I just thought to do this yesterday because I haven't done it to this point. Because I've sort of wiped the Bruins off my radar here for the time being until we get to, I believe it's May 7th is the draft lottery, if I'm not mistaken. Quick Google search here would tell me that, because that's the next interesting thing as far as I'm concerned is gonna happen to this team. NHL.
Yeah, May 7th. Tuesday, May 7th, 6:30 p.m.
So there's a little jumping off point 2 weeks from today. Make that a month from today.
Yeah, right.
Some Felger Mazz math.
It's a Tuesday.
A month from today is the NHL.
Wait, that was last year. Sorry.
Kevin, when is it?
It's either May 5th or 6th. They haven't determined yet.
I don't know the day, but that sounds like the NHL haven't determined it yet.
According to TSN's Chris Johnston, the NHL Draft Lottery will occur on either May 5th or 6th.
Monday or Tuesday, we're a month away. Anyway, that's the next time, you know.
Final day will be based on the Stanley Cup playoff.
So, it's coming in a month. That's the next big day for the Bruins as far as I'm concerned. I'm not watching their games. But it's just, we're doing so many mock drafts and big boards and all this. Why not check in on who the Bruins are now in range for? Right now, first of all, to set this up, they have the 4th overall pick. If it ended tonight, they have the 4th overall pick. They are tied with Philadelphia with 71 points. Philly has a game in hand on you. Now, it's going to get a little confusing because you have to think of it backwards. But you've played one more game than Philly and have 71 points. So you're ahead of them. But you and Philly are neck and neck for the 4th overall pick. You really can't get into the top 3. The next team there is Nashville with 62. Then Chicago and San Jose with 54 and 50. Those are out of reach. So really the highest you're going to get is 4, which is where you are right now. There's 3 teams nipping at your heels. Pittsburgh, Seattle, and Buffalo all have 74. Okay? But if you've got 4 games left, if you just do what you've been doing, you're looking at the 4th or 5th overall pick. The 4th pick comes with the odds of landing the number 1 overall pick are 9.5. If you get the 5th overall pick, your odds of landing the 1st overall pick are 8.5. So that's where you are. I have Tankathon up right now. Should I just do a sim lottery?
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Just to see.
Yeah, do it.
Spin it.
You dropped 1 to 5.
That sounds about right.
Pittsburgh came from deep, moved up 5 spots, won the 1st overall pick. Wouldn't that be just perfect for them?
Of course.
It's a conspiracy.
San Jose, Chicago, Nashville, then you 5. Okay, so the most you can drop is 2 spots.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to be somewhere between 4 and 7.
Hit it again. See if you get one.
One more. This is it.
Who did Pittsburgh take?
It doesn't tell me who they take.
Oh.
But I'll tell you who Tankathon has as their 1st overall consensus pick.
Okay.
One more sim lottery. You dropped 1 again to 5. All right. Anyway, here's the 1st consensus overall pick. His name is Matthew Schaefer. He's a left shot defenseman, 6'2", 183, Canadian kid. Consensus number 1. Every mock draft, every analysis I've seen has Matthew Schaefer going number 1 to whoever it ends up being, Chicago, San Jose. San Jose, again, is the odds-on favorite right now. But left shot defenseman, Matthew Schaefer.
Defenseman? You want a defenseman number 1? They get defensemen coming out their ears. I'm not telling you they're all good, but they need forwards.
Here's some Sportsnet NHL projection. 2-way transitional top pairing defenseman, complete player. Schaefer is a workhorse, average over 28 minutes per game when he did not play for the Otters. That's his OHL team. The Erie Otters. Was deployed in all situations, produced 7 goals, 15 assists, rolled over the boards for an incredible 519 shifts, connected on 72 shots on goal, and was a plus 20. Schaefer is a complete player. He's a massive threat off the rush with his pace and puck skills and sees the ice exceptionally well when distributing on the power play. He's engaged defensively and is one of the most competitive and mature prospects in the draft class.
Okay, I'm liking him better.
He's a defenseman.
Give me a comp. Do they give comps?
They don't give me a comp.
He's a left side, though. Like, that's good. I mean, they got Lindholm, I guess. But anyway.
Okay.
Ian Zadorov.
Number 2, again, now this is not consensus, but I'll just give you, like, for example, this is from Bleacher Nation, which is not to be confused with Bleacher Report. It's in Canada. It's Bleacher Nation.
Okay.
A center by the name of Michael Misa. Center/left wing. Michael Misa. 6'1", 184 pounds, Mazz. Projects as a top-line forward, point producer, bulk of ice time will come at even strength and on the PP1. Misa has had an incredible season, winning the CHL scoring race with a total of 62 goals, 72 assists in 65 games.
Okay, those numbers. Well, go ahead.
He was granted exceptional player status in the spring of 2022 and has therefore completed 3 years of major junior hockey. I don't even know what that means, but I'll just interpret it to mean it's like a Super 2 arbitration guy in baseball.
Okay.
He's such a stud that he got granted advanced status.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm guessing on that.
It's like being double promoted.
Something like that. They're playing him up because he's so good.
Okay.
Misa moved to the center ice position this year, and it agreed with his skill set.
Oh, good. That's good news.
They need that.
He utilizes the full width of the ice with his speed and drives play with the puck on his stick in transition. Misa has developed into one of the more lethal shooters in the draft class.
He's a sniper.
Okay. That's number 3.
Say anything about it. Do they give weaknesses on these guys?
No.
I might be into him.
Eh.
So far, I think I'm sold on him. Yeah,
The-
Misa,
the-
Misa horny.
So Bleacher Nation has Schaefer going 1 to San Jose, as everyone does has Schaefer going number 1 to San Jose. Bleacher Nation has Misa going 2 to Chicago. 3 to Nashville is center James Higgins of
BC.
Boston College.
Ugh.
Out.
No.
Out.
I don't want him either.
Out. We're drafting Craig Janney? Is that what we're doing again?
I don't want him either. BC. Seriously, no thanks.
5'11", 177.
No,
No,
thanks.
no.
Typical wussy, undersized BC puke.
It's like Matt Poitras 2.0.
Out.
It's probably a third liner.
I don't care if he went to Minnesota, UNH, whatever. That's too small.
To 176.
Higgins had a strong 177. Had a strong freshman year at BC and skates on the Eagles' top line alongside Gabe Perreault and Ryan Leonard, who just got promoted to Washington. He averages nearly 20 minutes per game of ice time, with almost all of his shifts coming at even strength and on the power play. Higgins is always in motion. He's exceptionally difficult to check and contain. Anyway, him. And then 4 to the Boston Bruins.
Here's my guy,
Porter Martone,
Martone.
Oh, this is all right.
right wing. 6'3", 208.
I like it. He's got some size. Probably slow.
It's a big brajol.
Porter Martone.
He's got some anger in him, though.
Martone uses his size to his advantage in the hard areas of the ice, extending plays along the boards and driving to the crease. When pucks arrive on his stick in high-danger scoring areas, they usually end up in the back of the net.
Boom.
Martone has a very quick catch and release. He wastes no time ripping pucks on net. He's a solid skater for his stature and was deployed in all situations for the Steelheads, Brampton Steelheads of the OHL.
Love it.
Martone averaged over 19 minutes of ice time, produced 37 goals, 61 assists in 51 games.
Strong skater.
Martone is a late birthday, October of 06, which means he isn't eligible for the Under-18 World Championships this spring. Scouts will be flocking to Brampton to get their last looks at Martone in the OHL playoffs. Martone, as I look across all their mock drafts, is a consensus top 5 guy. He's not, I think it looks like, and Major, you can help me, that Schaefer and Misa feel like they're like 1-2 in most of the ones that I look at. And then it's some combination of this Higgins kid from BC, Martone, and then there's a Swedish player named Frondell.
Anton.
Anton Frondell, who again, out.
No thanks.
I don't want a Euro.
I don't want him
He's
either.
a center.
Call me xenophobic. Call me whatever you want to call me.
He's not horribly sized. He's 6 feet 200.
I have a 6'1", 198.
Okay, same thing.
Top line scorer, shooter, power play specialist. Frondell is a riser on my draft board, writes this guy, and he has earned the momentum. In my opinion, he is the most elite pure shooter in the draft class. His skill set, hockey sense, and pace allow coaches to deploy Frondell at center ice or on the wing. He's already strong enough for the pro game. I don't want a European-born player.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm reading up a little bit more on this Martone. There's a lot to like here in terms of the attitude.
So his comps, they do provide comps on him. You know who his comps are, people?
Ask Kevin.
Brady and Matthew Tkachuk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one has Matthew Tkachuk and Corey Perry. And in fact, he said, I'd really like to model my game after those two players. One of his coaches says he plays the game very similar to Perry. He's always in and around the net, poking at players, and if he's not poking, he's talking to you. The other team wants to get him off his game because he's a point producer and yapping back at them. He's a big, strong kid. I like that.
Sports Hub draft expert Kevin Majori writes, when it comes time for the NFL draft, Porter Martone is your guy. Most of the NHL comparisons have him compared to Corey Perry, but he has drawn comparisons to Matthew and Brady Tkachuk. There's a write-up here from HockeyWriters.com. Martone has the qualities that any team wants in a highly competitive, skilled, and strong power forward that mirrors Brady and Matthew Tkachuk. As we've seen come playoff time from other players, Martone will be a player that will drive and thrive in those big moments. He's an excellent leader, shows great drive, and a winning mentality every time. He can be a shooting and playmaking threat at 5-on-5 and on the power play, and vision and anticipation can be a factor on the penalty kill. So
he plays all the time.
he reeks, Bruin.
He can penalty kill.
He smells, reeks, shouts, Bruin. Porter Martone, 6'3", 208, power forward. With edge and leadership and comps to Brady and Matthew Tkachuk.
Is he slow?
They're going to draft him, and he's going to suck.
If he's slow, he's a Bruin.
You just know it. Like they're going to fall in love with that.
Yep.
With that makeup.
Yep.
Says he's been skating since he was 2 years old, man.
Yeah. Probably like a freaking cement truck.
Skating on his family's backyard pond in Peterborough, Ontario, as a 2-year-old.
So apparently, he moves well for his size.
So what does that mean?
Well, he doesn't move well compared to everybody else.
Exactly.
She's got a nice personality.
But, I mean, again, the size, 6'3", 208. I gave you these other guys. Hagen's 5'11", 177.
I don't like that.
No thanks.
Out of my face.
BC kid automatically eliminated.
The Swede, 6'1", 198. Not bad, but not.
But if he's a Swede at 6'1", 198, he's really 5'10", 180.
Not 6'3", 208. This defenseman, the Schaefer kid, 6'2", 183.
Well, he's a beanpole.
There's another guy that's been linked to the, top 5 anyway. Caleb Denoye? I can't pronounce the name.
Denoye. Denoye.
Denoye.
Denoye.
Denoye.
Denoye.
Spell it.
Desnoyers.
Desnoyers. Well, that's what it looks like. Desnoyers. Denoye.
6'2", 178. Okay, top 6 forward, trending towards a complete player, deployed in all situations, another center. Here's what if they get the first overall pick, they can take the Schaefer kid?
Yeah. I think you have to if he's a consensus
It's still
number
Sweeney
one.
and Neely. They'll F it up, whoever it is.
Okay, so
If he's a consensus number one, you got to take him. Even if he's a defenseman, you take him.
You do?
Yes, because if he can produce offense, you would. Yes. Then you move McAvoy, you cut the payroll, and you go get yourself a forward.
They're going to do that? So if they win the lottery, they take this defenseman. It's going to be a little underwhelming. Then call it 4. The next 5 guys are centers, which they desperately, desperately need. Except one's a Swede who, again, call me a bad, ugly American. I want a North American. I want a kid that was raised on a pond next to a farm in Canada who just wants to win the Stanley Cup. That's all he thinks about. Like, that's what I want. I'm sorry. That's what I want. But the next 5 guys are centers. One's a Swede. One's another undersized puke from BC. This Michael Misa, all right. I'm fine. Or the power forward. The 210-pound, 6'3" power forward who projects as Matthew and Brady Tkachuk.
Yeah, the guy who can't move.
Everyone wants Martone. And
They got to get one of those centers, and I guarantee you, you said there were
I'm telling
centers?
You, fine. If they're number 2 on the board, they take one of those centers or they take the power forward winger.
Power forward.
They're going to take the power forward.
Of course they will.
That profile reeks, Bruin.
Okay, I can guarantee you that of the next 4 guys after the defenseman, 3 of them will be good, and the other will go to the Bruins.
Right now, again, let's just run the draft simulator one more time. Let's hit
get that top pick.
They stayed at 4. Okay, get ready to hear a lot about Porter Martone in the coming days and weeks. There you go. There's your NHL mock draft roundup.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Bruins analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.